Hello guys, welcome to the Raid and Trade channel. Today you are here with the one and only sacred avatar, Garunix himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the rogue guy, the king of fire, DINH BUI, your 2025 YCS Birmingham champion. Carl, tell us.
Hello.
How are you feeling? What are your thoughts about the weekend?
Yeah, I had an amazing weekend. Honestly, I don't know how I did it. I just went there to have fun, and I somehow managed to win. Yeah.
Tell us, why do you always choose those awkward decks?
Yeah. Why I chose this deck?
Did you lose a bet? Like
No.
some rumors went around.
You could have think that, but no, I did not. It was pretty sure for me that I was not going to play Rise or Malice, and I wanted to find a deck which is decent into the format. Fire King is a deck I played for the last weeks at locals, and I had a lot of fun with it. At the starting point, I played Ben's going second list, but I figured out going second into Malice is like undoable. It's not consistent enough to beat Malice all the time going second. So I switched to a going first build. The deck itself has some interactions against Rise, for example. Detonator is not doing a lot against your deck. You just need to draw one Garunix and you're good to go against Rise, because one Garunix carries through the whole game. You pretty much outgrind them because this card returns every turn, and once you get rid of their field spell, the game is over.
So Carl,
Yeah.
shows your
One more thing, I got a lot of hate from my friends, because they told me this is cope. I kind of agree with them, but I really wanted to play this deck because I wanted to go there with a deck I really love, and yeah, it worked out pretty well for me. Yeah.
and everyone is going crazy about it. Like Twitter's going viral, YouTube is going viral about you. Your amazing victory, the best victory of all time. So please show the world what you played.
Yeah, I played pure Fire King, 40 cards in the main deck to keep it as consistent as possible. For the starters, I played, of course, 3 Olconics and 3 Ponyx as main starters. And the others, quote-unquote starters, are 1 Island and 2 Sanctuary. This is a lot worse. Drawing this card is a lot worse than this card, because this card protects this card, and also it's not a layoff interruption with the rank 8 Garunix, which is a key part of the end board. You could consider playing more of these to have more starters, but then you find yourself clogging a lot with multiple copies of these, and also the cards are not great going second into Detonator, which is the main problem with these 3 cards. This is basically the starter lineup. It's not a lot, but we can kind of fix the consistency by playing 3 Garunix. This is not a starter by its own, but it can get you into your engine. If you draw any fire monster to trigger this, you can even normal summon a hand trap, go into Armor Rush, crash the Garunix into something, the Armor Rush into something, and then trigger the Garunix to get into the game. Once you have this in rotation, this card comes back every turn and gets you so much advantage. In hand trap boss, this card is insane because your opponent cannot interact with this card in the damage step, which makes this deck really good in hand trap boss. Because it's a pure deck, we also play 3 Kirin, of course, for the grind game, and also dodging Imprim and Velo on your normal summons is great. The OG Garunix and 1 Avatar for the monster lineup. You could consider playing Barong, but I decided to not play that card. It's nice to play around Nibiru, so you always get to Kirin in the end. But I don't think it comes up often enough to play that one more break in the deck. And the last 2 Fire King cards are 2 Skyburns. In the beginning I was playing 3 Skyburns because this is really good going second, especially against Ryziel. If they set up their board with Detonator and Field Spell, you can just normal summon Ulcanix, use the effect, and then chain the Skyburn to pop their Field Spell, and the game is basically over if this resolves. Because once this gets onto the board, they won't recover from this. For the last engine or consistent cards, I decided to play 1 Pot of Prosperity because this is at 1, and 3 Extravagance because this is a pure Viking list. Your extra deck is not that important, or you don't. You just have a couple of extra deck cards which are important, but you can max them out. These are 23 engine cards, and the last 17 cards are just hand traps. 3 Ash. This is a fire, which is important. 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm to hit the Duo Drive, and also 3 Fuvalos because this card is like really good. The last 5 hand traps, I decided to play 3 Biscuits, 1 Magna, 2 Druids, because the deck struggles a bit with defensive cards because they come back every turn, and removing the Requiem helps a lot. And the last 2 cards in deck were Nibiru's. You could play the third one, but I really wanted to stay at 40 cards. But in hindsight, I should have played these in the side deck and played 3 Inputs in the main deck. But Inputs is not that great against Ryziel, but I played a lot of Malice and Mitsurugi. So in Swiss, for example, I played, I think, 5 Malice and 4 Mitsurugi. That's 9 out of 12 decks. And Input would have been so much better than those matchups.
But didn't you tell us in the beginning that Malice is not such a good matchup? How did you beat all of them?
I don't know. It was mostly the side deck, I think, because I'm siding heavily against Malice. Game 1, the matchup is not that great. If you go first, I think the matchup is okay, because you can wipe the board multiple times, and then you really need the bodies to stick on board to get into link 3. But once they get into link 3, you just lose, because White Binder is such a pain in the ass, because you cannot deal with the card if it comes back every turn and banish 3 cards from your graveyard. Yeah. That's for the main deck. For the extra deck, we are playing Extract, so 3 of the most important extra deck card, 3 of the Garunics, 3 copies of the second most important card, 3 Princes. I also play 2 Heater. Because usually if I want to link away the Princes, I just go into the second Heater. I don't play Amble Whale or IP because I don't think they come up that often. Usually the combo does not resolve because of opponents also playing hand traps, of course. That's why I opted to play rather 2 Heaters, because having 2 Heaters because of extra is more important than having the utility with Amble Whale and IP. And also 2 Typhons. This is a card you really want to keep in your extra deck if you extra going second against Ryziel. And even if you don't extra, the second Typhon can come up in grind games. And for the one-offs, I played 1 Armor Rush just to link off any hand trap to crash into my opponent's monsters to trigger Garunics, which is very important in grind games. 1 Anima for the Dark Charmer, 1 Liner and 1 SP. Liner is mainly against Ryziel, or if I get nipped, this one can be really good. Usually people try to nip me before I get into Princes, so I don't have Prince Invitation. And if they nip me, I can just, for example, if I have the nip token on board and have a Druid Swarm, I can just Druid Swarm any monster in their graveyard or my graveyard, which is light or dark, of course. You can link away these 2 for Liner. Druid Swarm sends the Nibiru, Liner takes the Nibiru, and then you can go into Princes and get into your engine again. And yeah, you have basically everything you need. This was the extra deck. For the side deck, I side decked 3 Boruya against Ryziel mainly. And for the Malice Hate, I played 3 Lancia, this is standard. I opted also to play Chaos Hunter, the high roll card. If this sticks onto the board against Malice, the game is over. One really cool thing about this card is it does not get caught by the grave or cross-outed. And also, a lot of Malice players do play Metatronus in the main deck, but they usually side it out against my deck because it's completely dead if they don't expect this card. Yeah.
And as you saw in the finals.
Yeah, in finals it was really good, of course. The only card which punches this card really hard is Talents and Thrust. Thrust can be Ash, but Hard or Talents can be very annoying on this card. But yeah. and also free inputs, which is really good. Yeah, I didn't mainly this card because I don't think this is too great against Ryziel, but I often sided it in going first. For the 3 last cards in the side deck, I opted to play 3 going first cards because I always wanted to side out the footballers going first, and sometimes also the biscuits if they are not great in some matchups. It's 1 call by and 2 solemn judgment. Solemn judgment over strikes because this one beats back removal like Featherless and Lightning Storm, which I am really afraid of because my usual end bot just dies to those cards. The deck itself is pretty simple. You try to put up a minimalistic board. You try to play around all the hand traps. Like Footballers is often just an upside goblin against your deck. Metatrons is completely dead. Biscuits are dead. And you usually play around the Nibiru all the time. Because all you do, I just show you an example. If you open, for example, a Ponyx, you get to your sanctuary for your island. Island pops the Ponyx for Garunix. Garunix pops the Olconix, and then you summon the old Garunix. This is the only spot where the opponent can footballers you to get a draw, but it's always an just upset because I end on this board. If I just open one Ponyx, this one is just basically just a Raigeki on the opponent's turn, but it generates so much follow-up because you get Ponyx back, you have the Garunix in rotation. If this dies, you reborn 2 again, and any other Fire King card like Skyburn or Kirin makes this bot so much stronger because then you get immediately the revive to get into Olconix back. You get a Kirin pop, you get Avatar search with this, and Avatar can be summoned out with Kirin immediately. So you have like 4 interruptions out of this, and pretty well layered, and also really good against those kind of hand-ups like Fullbalos and Nibiru.
Yeah.
That's for the deck profile. I've got some shoutouts. One moment. Shoutouts to the whole team, Rate and Trade, of course. Shoutouts to all the haters, mainly to Hush, Franco, and Mirko. Shoutouts to the guys I traveled with Ty, Tom, Leonard, Vincent. Shoutouts to Jack, Rahim, Dennis, all the guys I tested with, especially to the both Marvins, Marius, and Johannes. Shoutouts to the Outer Circle, and also to my local store, Bilan Berlin, especially to Timo, Leon, and Ward.
So, Carl, second time YCS champion.
It's great.
Are you going to show us any more of your skills?
Let's see. Maybe in the past, in the future. Yeah.